Welcome back to That Time When. Matt Miller with you in Studio 4. This is the podcast series where we take you back through the archive of Trekzone. On this edition, we're heading back to the very early days of Trekzone. I went down to Melbourne for Oz Comic Con back in 2013, 2014, and I met Jeffrey Coombs.
He's the man of many talents, Jeffrey Coombs. Thank you so much for joining me, mate. What do you love? Do you love conventions? The fans?
Well, it's the only way that you can kind of have a touchstone with people who are most enthusiastic about your work, you know. It's better than sitting at home and wondering what people think of, what excites them or not. So it's really sort of a way to meet the fans and see what they're jazzed about. It's great.
And so you're one of only two actors in Star Trek.
No, there's a lot of actors in Star Trek. I try to be versatile, but I'm not that versatile.
What I meant to say was
I'm not Avery Brooks. That's not me.
What I meant to say was you're one of two actors that have played many characters.
Who's the other one?
No, come on.
Vaughn Armstrong, maybe?
Yes, that was him, of course.
He's done like 11 different characters.
Yeah, and of course you were Wayoon, Brunt, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Brunt. Then there was also one character from Meridian.
His name was Tehran.
Wow. Yeah. I should research more. And also, then of course, the effervescent, omnipresent Commander Shran.
And let's not also forget I did a one episode of Voyager.
Oh yes.
Where I was a guy named Pank, who was kind of the Don King of outer space, you know?
Oh yes, from Tonkatsu.
Right, and I got to meet The Rock was in that episode.
In a shameless cross-promotion for UPN there, I think it was.
Unbelievable. He actually said to me, call me Dwayne. It's like, I want to call you The Rock.
That was probably the beginning of calling him Dwayne and separating away.
Yeah, it was before he made that transition. Yeah, nice guy though, great.
Now, what was it like working on Star Trek, coming back regularly to the show and revisiting your character and exploring with the main cast?
Well, rare is it that you get to. When you're a guest star, it's really rare that you get to do more than one episode. So to be able to constantly be asked to come back and do yet another, progression in a character, I was one of the luckiest actors in town. I mean, my agent would call and say they'd like to book you for another episode, and I got to ask the question, which character? It was really amazing.
And I think in one episode of Deep Space Nine, you played Wayoon and Brunt, and you're one of the very few actors to have played two roles in one episode.
Yeah.
How hectic was that for you in schedule?
No, not hectic, and I just got a lot of flack from my fellow actors about that. Like, who do you think you are, man? It's like, hey, the check's cashed, okay? Leave me alone.
Well, that's it. So long as they keep coming. Now, Deep Space Nine obviously was a lot darker in terms of Star Trek, coming off Next Generation. What was the most favourite part, aside from Wayoon, of Deep Space Nine for you?
Honestly, the camaraderie, the absolute cohesion of cast and crew, a lot of really good-natured people doing really, really top-notch, great work in front and behind the camera. It's really like a big family. It really was, and rare is that in film industry that you get to work over a stretch of time with so many talented people, and nothing but golden memories about just being able to come onto the Paramount lot, and usually at 4:30 in the morning, and me and the ghosts. It's an incredible experience.
Now, I believe it or not, I did do a bit of research, but also being a massive Trekkie, felt like I didn't need to do too much.
Yeah.
But I now understand that you were the original, or you originally auditioned for Commander Riker.
I get asked that a lot. I would imagine that a lot of actors audition for Riker. As I remember it, my agent called and said, I got an audition for you. There's a new Star Trek series, and I was actually very resistant to going in for that character, because when your agent, calls you, they kind of give you a description of the character, and I said, I'm never going to get this. This is not in my wheelhouse. I'm not who they're looking for. And like any agent, they go, well, go in there and do your best, and I did, but I was sort of half-hearted about it, because, if there's one thing that I do sort of know is what I'm right for and what I'm not right for, and so I didn't believe it myself when I went in. It's just I didn't fit the description at all, not even close. Jonathan Frakes, bingo. Jeffrey Combs, not so much.
The man of many talents across many series of Star Trek. Catch that interview in full on YouTube. Click the card in the top of the video. If you're listening to us on a podcast, jump onto Trekzone.org, scroll through to the That Time When section, click on Jeffrey Combs, and you'll be transported over to our official watch page, which has that link to the full interview way back when. Absolutely incredible. Well, give us a like on this video if you enjoyed this content. Jump through to that full-length video as well to give that one a like and give that a bit of a signal boost as well. That's the whole idea of That Time When, is to show you stuff that you might have missed. It might have been released before you discovered Trekzone, or you're discovering us for the first time. That'd be really appreciated. If you are here for the first time and you see a red subscribe button on YouTube, give it a tap for me. Ring the bell as well to get notified of our latest releases happening every day in 2021. For now though, and as always, I'm Matt Miller for Trekzone.
Keep up to date with Twitter. Catch new podcasts daily on YouTube. Plus, we're beaming to your favorite podcast app 5 days a week. Just search for Trekzone and subscribe.